Hi, thanks for being at home with Lil. I'm Lil, and this is the first of what I will be referring to as my spinning vlog. So welcome, thank you for watching. I know that a lot of the intent that I had when I started thinking about making a YouTube channel was to do tutorial type videos. But then as I was thinking about spinning, I'm a relatively new spinner, about 2 years I've been spinning. There's a wealth of information on YouTube about how to get started in spinning and beginners tutorials. So I don't think I'm going to do a tutorial of that nature at this time. I might do some other one-off tutorials in the future, just showing you how I do my dyeing or how I do comb blending, things like that. But as for using the wheel and how to get started in it, I think just at this point I'm going to be doing some videos where I just talk about spinning for later beginner to probably intermediate spinners, but hopefully everybody will be able to get something out of it. If you do want to see anything specific in the way of tutorials, go ahead and leave a comment below. I will definitely read the comments, and if there's a suggestion that I think will be well executed, then I will certainly take it under advisement and try to plan out something like that. In short, if you want to see something, let me know and I'll do my best to bring it to you. What I'm spinning right here is some Romney. It's gray, and it just looks like a solid gray from this vantage point, but really once you get up close to it, it has all kinds of white and black fibers mixed into it. It's very, very pretty. It was given to me by my aunt, and she's actually the one who got me first interested in spinning when I was a little kid. She gave me my first bag of wool and my first drop spindle, and I had a terrible time of it and did not understand at all what I was doing, and then kind of forgot about spinning for about 20 years, almost 25 years. And then all of a sudden I kind of realized, oh yeah, that's a thing that I could look into now that I have all of this adulthood at my disposal. I could sort of make things happen for myself regarding education and supplies. So that's what I started to do. So it's very special that she got this Romney for me, and also a white Romney and some blue Corriedale that you'll probably see me spinning up in the future. I'm looking to make a hoodie for my son, so that'll be an interesting project. I'll do a video about that. This is the same aunt that actually got me involved in making jewelry and a lot of different things. She makes her own glass beads. She's been a really big influence on my life as a maker. So thank you if you're watching this, dear auntie. And let's see. I will tell you about a couple of things that I wish that I knew when I was first getting into spinning. The first most important thing, and I did hear a little bit about this, but I don't think that I realized the importance of it. I didn't place enough emphasis on it. Your success regarding spun yarn can only be as good as your success as a fiber preparer. All of your success as a spinner, I think, really, the majority of it, 90% of it, is in the fiber preparation. And I sort of wish that I had realized earlier that drafting is really drawing the fibers past each other. And it sounds so simple to say, but it really takes a lot of hands-on work to really understand what that means and be able to do it well. Another thing that I wish I had known when I was getting into spinning was about whorls. And a little bit later in this video, you'll see me take off this single. Oh, here we go now. I'll show you the whorl right now. That is my medium-sized whorl. It's the smaller of the two whorls that comes with the Chromsky Symphony wheel, which is what this is. So I'm done with the single here and I'm going to start to ply, so I'm going to switch to the bigger whorl. And the other thing that I wish that I had known was that if you want to spin a smaller yarn, you need to change your ratio, which means you need a smaller or a larger whorl. A larger whorl would be for the larger gauge yarns, and a smaller whorl would be for the smaller gauge yarns. I even have a really, really tiny whorl that I will show you when I do my setup and stash tour, which I'm planning on doing a video about that. So that would be like for lace weight yarns. I was having a really, really hard time as I was spinning finer and finer gauge yarns, getting my tension to be correct. And after a lot of troubleshooting and a lot of frustration, I finally figured out, and a lot of Googling, I finally figured out that it was the size of my whorl, and I needed to change to the smaller whorl when I was spinning singles. So hopefully that will save some people a little bit of time and a lot of frustration. So I'm switching to the larger whorl here, and I'm just going to set that back up. And another thing that I wish I had known, because I made this mistake before as well, is that when you're using the smaller whorl, you need the smaller end of the bobbin facing the whorl. When you're using the larger whorl, you need the larger flange, I guess would be a better word for it. I can't remember what the proper word would be off the top of my head. The larger flange faces the larger whorl. The smaller flange faces the smaller whorl. And I mean, at least on this setup, admittedly, I'm ignorant about many other types of spin setups. So anything that you feel would be helpful, comment further on that topic. Feel free to leave that in the comments below for me and for everybody else. And one last thing I wish I had known. I wish I had known to change out my leader yarn frequently. I had this problem where my yarn was not taking up and not taking up and not taking up, and it's because I had an old leader yarn that was slipping. Okay, so I will leave you off here and just show you a little bit of beginning to ply these two Romney singles together. Thanks for watching this spinning vlog, and feel free to leave in the comments what you'd like to see for future spinning vlogs or for future tutorials. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.